I, as a human being, is completely outraged by a murder of yet another black person by the Minneapolis police officer last week in the United States of America. I thought I should speak something about it. Last night I was not able to sleep by the entire trail and the events that have been happening, the protests that are happening, and I thought that it's not done. I don't know what I can do sitting thousands of miles here in India, but I thought I at least can raise my voice. I can speak something about it. And I thought I should make a video. Now there are those hundreds and thousands of them who have been protesting, and it was, by the way, not just murder of one person, one black person. It has been hundreds and thousands of them who have been murdered and who have been put to injustice just because of their skin color. I am going to take the name of the person because of whom this entire uprising has come up: George Floyd. Last week, by the Minneapolis officer, George Floyd, for some fault of his, was arrested. He was handcuffed. He was made to lie down on the road. The knee of the police officer was on his neck. He was pleading, he was requesting, he had completely surrendered. And in spite of that, the officer did not stop till the time this fellow breathed out his last breath. He was murdered. He was dead. Now, me as a law student, I have always been told that do not believe in something just because you hear or you see. I have been told that you hear, you see, you investigate, and most important, you apply your mind by feeling what is coming to you. So I saw the video. It was a clear-cut murder. I could hear him, and I have been hearing those people who are on the streets and protesting. And most important, my mind can feel the pain. Now let me just tell you something. Yeah, it was not just George Floyd, as I said, was murdered, but it was also a son, a father, a neighbor, an associate, and most important, a being who was called as a human that was murdered on that day. Now I could feel the pain. I could hear all his family members, his friend, cry for his biggest fault and his skin color. It's not done. Let me tell you something. You may be from whichever background. It could be democratic, socialist, reformative. It could be communist. Whichever background you are from. One rule, if broken, shatters the entire due process of law, rule of law. And that is, the judiciary cannot step into the shoes of legislature. The legislature can never do executive work, and most important, an executive cannot really step into the shoes of judiciary. On that day, the police officer stepped into the shoes of judiciary. He adjudicated the fault of George Floyd based on his skin color and simply murdered him. What right did he have? What authority did he have? And it's not just first time that it has happened. It has been happening not just in the United States of America, but it has been happening all over the world. And this video is voice against racism. It could be there in US, in the United Kingdom, out here in India, or it could be at any place. Racism is not done. Judging a person just based on the skin color is definitely not done. The most amazing funny part is only 16% of the human body is his skin. 16. Remaining 84% is completely different than his skin. Can you really adjudicate a person just because of his 16%? Even if it is 1%, can you really adjudicate him? No, you cannot. You could be a police officer, a citizen, you could be any person, a judge, even for that matter, God. He never really judges a person based on his skin color. this voice is against it. All those black people, my brothers and sisters out there, they have right to breathe the same air which you and me breathe. They have right to live. They have right to see. They have right to live. They have right to everything. I keep on saying again and again, they have right to live. No person can take away the life of a person just because of his skin color or for anything. There has to be a due process of law. The entire executive should be put to shame for the gruesome murder that has happened. Unless good people like you and me do not make a voice, do not raise their feelings, it's not going to really stop. It's always said, if you don't fight for what you want, you cannot cry for what you lost. We have lost not just one George Floyd, but we have lost the entire faith. Is it really done? This is an uprising. This is a revolt. This is a legitimate fight against racism. This is a fight to stop liberalism, imperialism. Let George Floyd never die. Black lives matter. No justice, no peace.